Last spring, the town of Oakville, Conservation Halton, and Conservation Ontario proposed several Halton locations to be added to the Greenbelt.
We heard loud and clear that we should add, expand, and further protect the Greenbelt's urban river valleys, which is why I'm so happy to share with you today our intention to add more of a 14 Mile Creek urban river valley to the Greenbelt. The idea, folks, has tremendous support from not just the town of Oakville in the region of Halton, but also Conservation Halton and Conservation Ontario. All of them are supporting extending a 14 Mile Creek urban river valley south to where it meets Lake Ontario. That would actually add 120 acres to the Greenbelt. This is in addition to the 500 acres that was brought in by adding Darlington Provincial Park. This was an announcement that I made with my colleagues on Monday. There are currently 21 urban river valleys in the Greenbelt, and they pass through cities and towns and act as urban gateways, connecting the Greenbelt to the Great Lakes, inland lakes, and beyond. They also contain essential water features. They act as migratory routes for songbirds and monarch butterflies and provide habitat for wildlife. This fall, we will consult with the public and engage with Indigenous communities on maps showing land we are proposing to add to the Greenbelt, including the extension of 14 Mile Creek and other urban river valleys.
Conservation Halton has been working towards restoring 14 Mile Creek over the last 9 years.
Conservation Halton did submit a report to the province asking for this valley to be protected, along with a few others. But as we heard from the minister today, they're working through them and will react to these requests and analyze them when they come in. But for today, we'll take this. This is a fantastic win. I believe the minister said it's 128 acres of land. And, you know, for us, for Conservation Halton, when we look at protecting the natural environment, when we look at enhancing it, when we look at the role that rivers and creeks and wetlands play in flood mitigation, we look at it from end to end, from where a creek starts to where it ends. And for us, there needs to be extra attention paid to some of the urban valleys as well, not just areas that are sort of upstream and are protected in other ways. And so this was sort of, in my opinion, a great opportunity to demonstrate to the public the value that urban creeks bring, not just in terms of what is visible, but what is not visible perhaps to everybody. And you know, that's all the species that live here. As I mentioned in my comments a few minutes ago, there are 429 different plant species, over 119 bird species, and various others that live in this creek valley. And so the ecological protection is very, very important as well.
Reporting for Halton News, I'm Nikki Wesley.